Good morning, sir. This is Mahi Zabin from first year Computer Science and Engineering branch. Today, my topic for presentation is reading elements into a 2D array. Subject Introduction to Programming. Subject code 23 CSE 102. What is a 2D array? A 2D array is a data structure used to store elements in rows and columns. Matrix representation. Think of a 2D array as a table or a matrix where each element occupies a specific row and column. Efficient storage. It allows for efficient storage and retrieval of related data in a structured way. Reading elements into 2D array. Dynamic allocation. 2D array can be dynamically allocated at runtime, allowing for flexibility in size and shape. Nested loops. Elements are typically read into a 2D array using nested loops, one for each dimension. Input validation. It's important to validate your input to ensure the 2D array is properly populated. Transversing a 2D array. Row major order. Transversing a 2D array row by row is a common and efficient approach. Column major order. Transversing a 2D array column by column can also be useful in certain scenarios. Diagonal transversal. Transversing a 2D array along the diagonal can provide a unique preservative on the data. Understanding 2D arrays. Structure. A 2D array is a collection of one dimension array organized in rows and columns. Dimensions. The size of a 2D array is defined by its number of rows and columns. Memory layout. 2D array are stored in memory as the contiguous block of data with elements assessed using row and column indices. Declaring a 2D array. Syntax. In most programming languages, you declared a 2D array by specifying its data type, name, and dimensions. The dimensions define the number of rows and columns in the array will have. For example, int size. My new int size, row size, and column size declares a 2D array named with 3 rows and 3 columns. Initializing a 2D array. Direct assignment. You can directly assign values to elements with declaring the array. Looping. Use nested loop to iterate through rows and columns and assign values. Randomization. Generate random numbers to populate the array with dynamic data. Assessing elements into a 2D array. Index. Description. Row index represents the position of the elements within a row. Column index represents the position of the element within a column. Common operations on 2D array. Iteration. Transversing the array to perform an action on each element. Sorting. Rearranging the elements of the array in a specific order. Searching. Finding a specific element or set of elements within the array. Manipulation. Modifying the values or structure of the array, such as through insertion and deletion. Looping through a 2D array. Outer loop. Iterates through the rows of the array. Inner loop. Iterates through the column of the array for each row. Processing. Inside the loop, you can assess and progress each element of the array. Population pop, Populating a 2D array with user input. Input mechanism. Use a loop and promote the user to enter values of each element. Validation. Validate the user input to ensure it in the correct format and range. Data structure. Store the input values in the appropriate cells of the 2D array. Printing the context of a 2D array. formatted output. Display the elements of the array in a clear, organized grid format. Looping. Use nested loop to iterate through rows and columns and print each element. Console output. Print the array context to the console or an output window. Printing the context of a 2D array. Formatted output. Display the element of the array in a clear, organized grid format. Looping. Use nested loop to iterate through rows and columns and print each element. Console output. Print the array context to the console or an output window. Application of 2D array. Game development. Representing game maps, levels, and character positions. Data analysis. Sorting and manipulating data in a structured manner. Thank you.